Chapter 13, Section 13.5. The General Multiplication Rule. What is the General Multiplication Rule for any two events? It is probability of A and B equal probability of A times probability of B given A. Let me write this down again. Probability of A and B equal probability of A times probability of B given A. Actually, this is not a new equation. The last time I explained probability of B given A equal probability of B and A divided by probability of A. So then what I do, I multiply both sides by probability of A. Then you see this one and this one cancel out. So we can write probability of A times probability of B given A equal probability of B and A. And also pay attention here. Here you see A, so condition is the A. Now let me explain example 10. The Pew Internet and American Life project finds that 95% of teenagers use the internet and 81% of online teens use some kind of social media. Again, 81% of online teens use some kind of social media. What percent of teens are online and use some kind of social media? First, we need to understand how many events we should consider, then write down the given information. Right, you see here the teenagers, 95% of teenagers use the internet. Therefore, I can say probability of, I say online. Online, this equal 0.95. Let me explain little bit here. So here teenagers, we consider teenagers. Suppose here all teenagers, right? Then there are two groups. We can divide into two. This is, I say, offline. That is 0.05. Why? Online is 0.95. There are two teenagers group. One is online teenagers and other one is offline teenagers. So online teenagers is 0.95. Right. Then they talk about next here 0.81 or 81% of online teens. Now they talk about only online teens. Now they consider only this group, 95 group. Okay, only this group. They consider this group and says 81%, that means 0.81, use some kind of social media. I use SM for the social media. Then how do we write that probability using our events? Yes, probability of social media, you understand that, but we know this is teenagers coming from this group, the teenagers who use online teenagers, right? We already know online teen, we talk about online teenagers. Okay, therefore this should be a condition, that is the online. So this equal 0.81. Now they are asking what percent of teens online and use some kind of total media. They are asking probability of online and use social media, right? Teens are online and use some kind of social media. So according to the multiplication rule, we can write probability of SM given online, then time probability of online. Why I write down this one? Actually, you can write this one also. Understand here, I write probability of online given SM then we should multiply by probability of social media. Both equations are correct, but here we don't know anything about this. We don't know this probability, and we don't know this probability. So that is the reason I write down first one. Okay, so before you write the equation, you should write down the given information. Accordingly, you can write this equation. Okay, this rule. So this is 0.81 time online 0.95. This is 0.7695. Example 11. Jessica attends a school in Modesto, CA. The probability that Jessica enrolls in a math class is zero point 0.2, and the probability that she enrolls in a speech class is 0.65. The probability that she enrolls in a math class, given that she enrolls in a speech class, is zero point 0.25. What is the probability that Jessica enrolls in math and speech? Right, let me understand how many events we should consider here. Okay, here they talked about math class enrollment, right? Math class enrollment. Therefore, I use that, I take M for the event math class enrollment, right? Then they talk about speech class enrollment. Then I take S for the speech class enrollment event. Then let me write this information using notation. Probability of M is given zero point 0.2, probability of S is given 0.65. Then go to the next sentence. The probability that she enrolls in a math class. What is that? Probability she enrolls in a math class, that is the probability, but given that she enrolls in speech class, given it is the condition then, right? Speech class become a condition. Therefore, that is probability of M given S equal 0.25. Asking what is the probability that Jessica enrolls in math and speech class. Probability of M and speech S. So that is the probability we are looking for. Then how do we find this? You can use the rule. You see here we have probability of M and probability of S both. But let me write this down according to the rule. Probability of M time probability of S given M. You can use this, or you can use probability of S time probability of M given S. You see it again. Here M, therefore condition is M. Here S, condition is S. Okay. Now which one we can use? You see we have probability of M given S. Therefore M given S is here, so we can use this one. If we use that equation, we need probability of S. What is the probability of S? It is 0.65. And what is the M given S? 0.25. That is 0.1625.